A very warm welcome. I am Taru, working as an assistant professor in IIMT College of Pharmacy, Greater Noida. Today, I am going to deliver a lecture on a topic, tissue. In this lecture, we will going to discuss about what is tissue, types of tissue, and properties of tissue. I would like to start from basics. What is tissue? A group of cells having same origin, similar shape, and having common specific generalized function is known as tissue. There are four types of tissue present: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscle tissue, nervous tissue. Moving to the next slide. Classification of tissue. As I discussed previously, tissues has four types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue is further classified into simple and compound. Simple is further divided into squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, pseudostratified. Compound is further divided into stratified and transitional. Stratified is further divided into squamous, cuboidal, columnar. Squamous is further classified into keratinized, non-keratinized. Epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue forms the covering or lining to the free surfaces of the body. They are found on outer surfaces of the body, inner lining of alimentary canal, respiratory systems, and in urinary genital system. Basically, they perform functions like protection, excretion, glandular secretion, and absorption. They are arranged on an inert connective tissue which is known as basement membrane. Moving to the next slide, types of epithelial tissue. So simple epithelium tissue, compound epithelium tissue, glandular epithelium tissue. These are the types of epithelial tissue. Simple epithelial tissue, it composed of single layer of cells. It further classified into squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, pseudostratified. Squamous epithelium tissue consists of single layer of cells. The cells of this type of tissues are flat. They are arranged like tiles on the floor. They found in mouth, pharynx, alveoli of lungs, etc. Cuboidal epithelium tissue. The cells of this type of tissue are in cubical shape. They are found in distal convoluted tubules of kidney. Columnar epithelium tissue. It consists of tall pillar-like cells basically arranged over basement membrane and found in lungs and ducts of glands. Ciliated epithelial tissue. These cells may be cubical in shape or in columnar in shape. But they contain fine hair-like structures which is known as cilia and present in the free borders. Then stratified compound epithelium. It composed of several layers of cells. They do not have basement membrane. They are present on the surfaces where there is considerable wear and tear. Depending upon the type of stratified compound epithelium, it further classified into stratified squamous epithelium, stratified cuboidal epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium. Then transitional compound epithelium. Transitional compound epithelium composed of several layers of cells. Basically, these cells are pear in shape. They are found in the lining of urinary bladder. It allows urinary bladder to stretch when it fills up with urine. Moving to the next slide. Connective tissue. Connective tissue, it is a tissue that connects, supports, or separates other tissues or organs. Basically, they contain an intercellular substance which is known as matrix. Their function to provide support to the cell and it also binds to the cell. Types of connective tissue. Basically, there are 6 types of connective tissue: areolar, fibrous, elastic, adipose, and cartilage and bone. Except these 6, blood is also considered as connective tissue. So, areolar tissue. These are loose, irregular connective tissue. It connects the skin to the underlying structures. Where they located? Between muscles, surrounding glands, wrapping small blood vessels and nerves. They provide functions like wraps and cushions organs. Loose adipose tissue. It contains large rounded cells filled up with fat. The nucleus of the cells is pushed towards the periphery. They are present under the skin, around kidneys and heart. They store energy, insulates and cushions organs. Dense connective tissue. They are present in tendons, ligaments. They provide function to attach bone to bone and bone to muscle. Then cartilage connective tissue. They are located in nose, rings in respiratory air tubules, external ears, provide support and protection and serve as lever for muscles to act on. Bone. Bone is also a connective tissue. They are present in skeleton. They provide support and protection and levers for muscle to act on. Blood, as I discussed previous, that blood is also connective tissue. They are present within the blood vessels. They transport oxygen and carbon dioxide, nutrients, hormones, and waste. And it also helps to fight infections. Muscular tissue. Muscle is a tissue where its cells are long and thread-like structure. They are soft tissue that compose muscles in animal bodies. Muscles have the power of contraction. This contraction produces movement. Muscular tissue are of 3 types. Skeletal muscles, which is also known as voluntary or striated muscles. Second is smooth muscles, which is known as non-voluntary or non-striated muscles. Cardiac muscle. So, skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle, these muscles are under control of our will. That's why they are known as voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles. The muscle contain unbranched fibers known as myofibrils. These fibers contain distinct striations. And these fibers are surrounded by a membrane known as sarcolemma. They are found in flash limbs and trunk. Basically, they are found in biceps, triceps. These muscles tissue can be controlled voluntarily by somatic nervous tissue. The other type of muscles are controlled mainly by involuntary or nervous system, which we will discuss further slides. Smooth muscles tissue. They are not controlled by our will. They are long and spindle shaped. The fibers are not striated. That's why they are known as non-striated muscle fibers or muscle tissue. They are not also covered by a membrane which is known as sarcolemma, but they are joined by loose connective tissue. These muscles are controlled by autonomic nervous system. They are present in internal organs like stomach, intestine, uterus, blood vessels. Cardiac muscle tissue. Cardiac muscle tissue, they are found only in the heart. These muscle fibers are short, cylindrical, and branched. They are not under control of our will. Striation in skeletal muscle tissue are even parallel and parallel complex, and branching and striation are seen in cardiac muscle tissue. The branching is caused by connection of cardiac muscle cells to one another. The cardiac muscle contracts automatically in a rhythmic manner. The cells are connected via intercalated disc. These junctures help cardiac muscle to contract as one and provide a rapid coordinated contraction to move blood. Moving to the next slide. Nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is composed of three kinds of metals. Gray matter, which form the nerve cells or neurons. White matter, which form the nerve fibers. Neuroglia, which is supporting nervous connective tissue. A nerve fibers possesses the power of conductivity and excitability. Nerve fibers are known as neuron. It is considered as fundamental unit of nervous system, as it consists of nerve cell body, axon, and dendrites. Moving to the next slide. Nervous tissue is each nerve cell body has irregular in shape, has a nucleus, and highly specialized protoplasm. Axon and dendrites arise from nerve cell body. Moving to the axon part. Axon is the longest structure of neuron. Main fiber arises from nerve cell body. It may or may not be covered by medullary sheath or myelin sheath. Medullary sheath is covered by neurolemma. Nodes of Ranvier are seen in interruption found in the myelin sheath. The impulses pass through the axon in one only. Then dendrites. It is short fibers arising from nerve cell body. It provides conduction impulses towards the cell body. Synapse is the junction between axon of one neuron and dendrite of another neuron. Thank you.